What's up? It's Jay Whitaker. Welcome to Big Little Kid Podcast. Check your boy out, jaywhitaker.com. I got dates for y'all. I got dates. This weekend, I'm in Worcester at the Comedy Attic, hosting a showcase out there. The show with Mark Curry got postponed for the time being. 29th, you can catch me at the Comedy Studio in Somerville, Mass. I got some private gigs coming up. If you like to book your boy for a private gig, whether you want a clean hour, PG-13 hour, mean hour, or in between hour, you go to jaywhitaker.com. You can book me there. Let's see, February 21st, 22nd, I'll be up in Drake, Mass. Come find me. And then we got some good stuff going on the show. We got my buddy Shayne Smith. We did some shows in Texas last week, so he stopped by to sit down and talk to me about how comedy is going, and we caught up. It's a good episode. I take your questions at the end. Don't worry, I didn't forget them. Let's get into it right now. Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's Jay Whitaker. Welcome to Big Little Kid Podcast. I am Jay Whitaker. You can check me out at jaywhitaker.com. That's right. Your boy got a website now. Okay? It's basic. You know, it's basic. I'm doing it myself. You know? I got people that like, hey, you should do this. And I'm like, well, maybe I should do it. And then I'm like, but I don't know. But then I'm like, well, maybe if I find the time. And then I find the time and I do my little thing and I'm like, boom, there it is. So make sure you check it out. Sign up for the email newsletter. I won't spam you or do anything stupid. Just let you know when I'm doing shows. And, just trying to live life better. Stay focused on my goals. Stay consistent. I got a compliment from a comedian friend that I really admire. Good friend of mine, and he told me that you're funny and consistent and professional. That was like really, it meant a lot to me. It really was just like, dang, I'm out here doing it. Trying to do my damnedest. I got some shows. I keep doing shows. I plugged that at the beginning of the episode, so you'll probably hear that. But yeah, just keep supporting. Comedy's been going great. I'm starting to feel comfortable. Even more comfortable than usual on stage. I know where to undershare. I know where to overshare. And it's a good feeling. And things are going well in my life, so I can't really complain about too much. Most of my comedy's coming from a happier place, and that overall leads to just good comedy. It's fun. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, the dark stuff is dope. I've gotten some great moments from dark comedy, but I don't know. Right now I'm focusing on happy stuff. Like this dog. Here's my dog. If you're on YouTube right now, you can see the dog. That's Wilson. Hey, Wilson, you need a bath. You stinky. All right, let's do a little AMSR with the... Talking to the mic, dude. Okay, all right, I'm putting you down. There we go. All right, that was Wilson. He says hello or whatever. It's been a weird week. Okay, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the right days to drop these. Most people drop their episodes on Monday, but I try to do it on Thursday, Friday. So you got you already wrapped up, carry you to the weekend. Then you're like, oh shit, I forgot about this. I can listen through the rest of the week. You know, I'm working my way. So I don't know. I may drop unexpectedly like bird shit. Biggie. That's a Biggie line. One thing I wanted to talk about was a Sleeping Beauty proposal that happened. It happened a while ago, but this dude is like the mother of... I think I already talked about this. The dude that proposed and used copyright infringement to redrew himself, the Sleeping Beauty scene, drew his lady in the scene, drew him in. Just out here just stunting, man. Just stunting for no reason. How you gonna commit copyright infringement? Be original and do it at a sports bar like I did. Right now, me and my lady been watching The Outsider on HBO. Wow, that's a good show. Directed by Jason Bateman, written by Stephen King, and has just a hell of a cast doing their damnedest throughout this. Gloria Nicholson as Glory Mate, or excuse me, Julianne Nicholson, Ben Mendelsohn, who I always love. I love him in my favorite thing. I love him in Rogue One. Let's see, Yul Vasquez, Jason Bateman, of course, he's in it. He's playing the hapless white dude that he always plays. Like, huh? Guys, I just coach baseball, man. I'm a good guy, and I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. I just wouldn't. I'm Jason Bateman, man. I'm in Hancock, all right? I had a kid with Charlize Theron in Hancock, okay? Okay, man? I'm on Arrested Development. I'm just a regular white guy, man. Just trying to do my best, man. Dude, seriously, go back and look at every Jason Bateman thing with the exception of Ozark, and it's just Jason Bateman. Anytime I see a white dude being just really regular and normal, that's Batemaning. You just being a Bateman. Just a good guy. Just, an ally. What? Just a good friend. I go to the club sometimes with my friends. I hear them say, there's the N-word part. I don't say it. I don't even say it when I'm in traffic or I got the windows up. Like I just kind of mumble the lyrics and just mute that part out by myself. Rest in peace to the trap. Mm-hmm. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. What's this? Black Lives Matter? That sounds cool, man. How could I help? That's Jason Bateman. That's the vibe I get from him every time. And so it's like he's in this thing. In The Outsider, they're trying to figure out if this dude killed someone. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but it's Stephen King, y'all. So it's gonna be some wild shit. But Bateman's just a good guy. He's a good guy, man. Show me a movie or a project other than Ozark where Bateman ain't even and even in Ozark, he was still we sell drugs now. Economy's not going good. Dude, Bateman he's like one of my, I think I stan Jason Bateman. Whatever. But go watch it. One of my favorite characters is Cynthia Erivo. I'm probably getting that wrong, but she is fantastic in this show. The shows, she shows up. When her character shows up, the show's already moving and you already got suspense and tension built. But when she shows up, it's oh, this is a game changer. I'm wondering, she's got just watch the show. I don't want to spoil it because only 3 episodes in as I record this. But yeah, definitely go check that out. Kim Kardashian, she posted a picture of her bathroom. And it's look, I get it. You rich, you wealthy, you flexing on people. She posted a picture of her refrigerator a couple weeks ago. And people was making fun of her, because she's it looked like she didn't have no food in the refrigerator. But then she posted the other refrigerator that was about as big as an apartment and had 18 different types of yogurt. She got 42 different types of cheeses, just shredded cheese, 8 different types of alkaline water. Now she posted this picture of her bathroom balcony. Y'all, let me tell you, it's got it looks like it's got a glass and it's got a glass windows and everything, and it's protected by all this shrubbery and a little forest situation. But it's got these eerie looking sinks, and the bathtub is made of stone, and basically it looks like where Weapon X was made. Wolverine was made from where they dip him in the adamantium and give him that little adamantium bath. That's what her bathroom looks like. I'm just waiting at Hugh Jackman to pop out all with a sweaty titty, chicken breast titties, and just be like, yeah, I'm Wolverine now. And then he just runs through the glass window, escapes into the forest, and then starts his whole new life, and then he joins the S-Men. S-Men. She flexing on people. Tinder has a new app. Well, not Tinder. I don't know the shit. I'm not on it. But Tinder has a new feature now that they're rolling out with the panic button, which I think is awesome because like you could just be like, bounce, I'm out. I mean, obviously they want to keep people safe because people suck, but you can just be like, yeah, this date ain't going well. Boom, I'm out. What? You put pineapple on pizza? Panic button. You ordered buffalo wings and got ranch dressing instead of blue cheese? Panic button. You thought Greedo shot first? What? Panic button. What? I like the feature. I know it's probably not going to be used like that, but I think it would be nice if you could. Just be like, hey, come get me. Not only does it panic, but it calls you an Uber or Lyft and then takes you home. Matter of fact, the Lyft shows up with your favorite snack of choice. You know? That's thinking forward, Tinder. Speaking of Tinder, y'all see this little Instagram challenge was that Dolly Parton did? She posted a little Facebook picture of her like looking all, just kind of family-ish. And then she posted a LinkedIn picture of her in a suit looking like she's professional. Then she posted a picture on Instagram, her just being spunky and fun. And then a Tinder picture being her sexy. Hey, look, Dolly Parton, that picture, looks a good-looking woman. I don't know what she look like now, but hey, Jolene. I don't know, like, first of all, like, I don't know, my Facebook picture probably just be me me with my son or something like that. We out doing a little family, like pumpkin picking or something, apple roasting, caramelizing an apple. My Instagram picture, I got this one picture where I got like the hands together, like kind of like almost like Birdman hands, and I'm in a nice suit that I got from H&M, which is a oxymoron. Then my Instagram, the pumpkin picking can go either way, but I feel like my Instagram would be like me doing a real cool pose inside a brewery that also is a pop-up caramelizing apple station. Bingo. And my Tinder would be nah. It would just be a picture of me saying nope, because I ain't on Tinder. I don't need that shit. Meet people in the real life like I'm supposed to. I didn't have, don't get me wrong, back in the day, I had my little, you have friends that you meet through Facebook or Instagram or even Tumblr. And so you have friends that you meet that way. But I prefer to meet people face to face. Now, if it helps, I get it. People on dating apps, you want to narrow shit down, but just be safe out there. Panic button. Super Bowl is about to be upon us right now. Kansas City. Kansas City. What you call it? San Francisco 49ers? Niners. Let me read y'all a text of my dumbass that I sent to my homeboy Bang. Shout out DJ Bangarang back in Utah. I know what's up. He's a big Chiefs fan. He's a good friend. He's a good dude. And this conversation happened with my boy Tommy. My boy Tommy's from Philly. And he was like, so we just sitting there chatting like fellas do. Like, yo, man, who you got? Chiefs or the Niners? What do you think? This is how I broke the Chiefs and Niners down in my head. Super Bowl, because I'm trying to figure out who to pick. All right, now, originally, I'm from Cali. So I'm like, well, the Cali native in me is taking the Niners. But my late grandma is from Kansas City, and I know she would be so happy if the Chiefs won, and I miss her, so go Chiefs. But I hate the fact that the league won't change the Redskins or the Chiefs names, which is basically the equivalent of the Washington N-words and the Kansas City Crips. So go Niners. But then I think about the 1849 gold rush, and as peaceful as it began in 1848, the inevitable dissent and intense racial divide, which created violence and civil unrest. So no Niners, go Chiefs. But I think about Kaepernick when he was on the Niners and my man took a knee and he was trying to accomplish all those, undo those things that we was talking about in the 1849 gold rush. So go Niners. But Kaepernick ain't on the Niners no more. And I think about Mahomes and I always got to root for the black quarterback. So go Chiefs. But I grew up in Inglewood where red is the color to wear. So go Chiefs and Niners. Look, but fuck Roger Goodell and the NFL. I'm just saying, let's be real, okay? I don't know. I'm really trying to pick how my brain is not exploding from this. I really want to pick a team. I still don't know yet. I got to figure it out. But one thing is for sure, I saw this story and this shit makes me laugh every time just the thought of it, is this kid, there's a teen that's petitioned, he's asking for the Super Bowl to be moved to Saturday. Saturday. Not Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl Saturday. This kid is from New York. His name's Frankie Ruggieri. All right, cool. 16-year-old, he's got some gumption. He's 16 now. And he's saying he's got 22,000 signatures already. And he took this shit all the way to CNN. Now I'm saying, I think it's cool that you want to have the Super Bowl on Saturday. But I'm like, damn, dude, you 16 years old. What you got to do on Sunday? I'm saying, but his reasoning is that people showing up to work hungover and pissed off. Some people calling sick. Look, if you're calling sick because you having too much fun on the Super Bowl, people do the same thing. It's not okay. People do the same thing all the time. Sometimes people calling sick for their birthday. It's the Super Bowl. It's a game. New Year's Day, I understand that. Because you out there, you might be hungover, you tired, you stayed up, you watched the ball drop, you listen to Ryan Seacrest, watching Steve Harvey doing Steve Harvey shit. You got a vision board to make. You got to go to the gym and get in your. But it's Super Bowl Sunday. Who cares? Get back to work. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about. I've in my times of being alive, in the Super Bowl Sundays where I had a job where I had to go in on Monday. I never had a problem. What's the problem, Frankie? What you got to do on Sunday? The game come on at 6-ish? It ain't that bad. Okay, I mean, maybe on the East Coast. Okay, I live on the East Coast now, so maybe the time difference. I don't know, but come on, man. Come on, bruv. It's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Boom. What's that? 5 syllables? Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. We don't need an extra syllable. Super Bowl Saturday? No. No. I tried and that don't even feel right. No, we're not doing it. Sorry, bruv. Let's see. Another story that I wanted to talk about was Lizzo is opening up about her body dysmorphia, and I think that's fantastic. Now, a lot of people don't like Lizzo because she's just a big girl just doing big girl shit. Who gives a shit? Okay? I, for one, deal with body dysmorphia. A lot of people do, and they don't even think they realize what it, And some people saying, now, Jason, or Jay. Jason's my real name, y'all. What is body dysmorphia? Well, I just looked this up on mayoclinic.org, and it says body dysmorphic order is a mental health disorder in which you can't stop thinking about one or more perceived defects or flaws in your appearance, a flaw that appears minor or can't be seen by others. But you may feel so embarrassed and ashamed and anxious that you may avoid social situations. I think it's a real thing that people deal with. And she just flat out says she feels great that she's living in her own skin and being confident and comfortable like that. And she's able to, it's like, I mean, people love Lizzo because, she's a big girl doing big girl things and she's proud of who she is. But also she's very talented. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and so we live in a day and age where people are, they got to tell you to look a certain way. I think she's like the American dream, like, it's like she's ridiculously talented. You can't say that she's not. She's ridiculously talented. She may not look like what America or like the people puppeteering the strings want, the masses, what the world, you know what I'm trying to say. She may not look like what the world thinks she's looked like, but she's living in her own body. She's living in her own truth, and I think that's dope. And she just, one day she says, "I just can't wake up and just be a white girl." And I was like, "Oh shit!" But you got to be comfortable in your own skin, and most importantly, I think what I liked the most about that was, and if you're a white girl that's listening to this episode, you're not supposed to feel bad, okay? It's just that marketing is catered towards you. It just is. Michael Shea, perfect example, says, gentrification started basically because of white men. He said that, and I'm paraphrasing, but he says, imagine that. He's like, you can move into a neighborhood and bring its value up. And the signs of gentrification is the second you see a yoga studio and a tanning salon and a smoothie booth, that's gentrification coming for your ass because it's designed to make white women feel safe. I sound crazy right now. I'm not trying to get social political, but that's what it is. I digress. Back to my point. Lizzo feels very comfortable in her own skin, not just her own skin, because it's big and she's thick with it. She feels comfortable in her own black skin, and I think that's beautiful. That's black girl magic right there. And I think that's wonderful because it doesn't even matter if you black, white, Mexican, Venezuelan, Brazilian, Middle Eastern, Asian, indigenous, Australian, whatever. You got to be comfortable with who you are. And that's what people are missing. When I see people that hate on Lizzo or hate on, somebody else because of the way that they look and they doing too much. Are they? Are they though? You got to think about that. Are they doing too much? Because I think they just doing them. Too much would be, shoving it down your throat. Like, and I don't think anybody's doing that. Simply, if you see it on your timeline, guess what you can do? Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling, baby. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling, baby. Just scroll to the next thing that you see. Just scroll to the next thing that you see. Don't worry about me. Just keep scrolling. Just keep on scrolling. That's what you got to do. What you eat don't make me shit. Come on now. Y'all know better than this, man. Like, stop focusing on other people's shit, bro. Stop comparing yourself. Like, y'all got to be very comfortable in your own skin. Learn to love yourself, man. Anyways, I just thought that was beautiful and I wanted to share it with y'all. Now let's talk about the Eminem album, Music to Be Murdered By. Look here, man. I'm in my mid-30s. I ain't trying to be murdered by no music, okay? Eminem is really good at rapping. I need a third listen of this album. I enjoy it, but I just don't feel it. And that's not a diss at Eminem. That's not, I just don't feel it. I think it's good. Sonically is good, but it doesn't make me feel. And I want to feel. But he's dope. He's so dope. It's just that I just haven't felt Eminem in a long time. And I want to feel you, Eminem. Like, I want to feel you, dog. I want to. But I'm trying to figure it out, man. I just need a second listen. I think it's an adequately really good at rapping album. There you go. That's a solid review. Out of 5 mics, going back to the source, the old school source, their rating system, I give it a 4. Okay, it's dope. It just doesn't make me feel shit. Whatever. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Who's a dope person? Actually, let's stick on bad persons. Bad person. Antonio Brown. Antonio, what are you doing? Antonio Brown, former NFL wide receivers, losing his damn mind. Last week, he threw a bag of dicks, like a gummy bag of dicks, at police officers while kicking his baby moms and their kid out of his house. It's sad. It's tragic. And then this week, he tried to assault a moving truck. Or the driver in the moving truck. Still, man, you can't. What is you doing? Man, his 30-30 about to be lit as hell. Like, and everybody want to say it's CTE. It probably is, but there's a reason he was drafted in the 7th round. He's arguably a great athlete, but man, he just might be crazy. Brother needs help. Same with Delonte West, man. I don't know what happened to him. Y'all see Delonte West happening on the news. This was in D.C., and the dude's getting his ass whooped. He's getting stomped out in the middle of traffic. He's getting stomped out. My dog is whining. Hold on. He getting stomped out in the middle of traffic like his Grand Theft Auto. Like, straight up. Y'all watch the video, and it's like GTA. Boom, boom, boom. Wasted. That man needs help. Mental health is a serious issue, y'all. We got to start taking better care of ourselves, man. Zion. I'm going to bring it back on some good shit, man. Zion Williamson finally debuted. Man, 18 points in like 1 quarter. Nasty. That's a hell of a debut. Pelicans, woo. Pelicans an adequate team. They just need experience. But man, Zion is one of them game changers. Are we seeing the next LeBron? I don't know, but I hope so. You feel me? Because it's just like LeBron on his way out. And so Durant's hurt. Kyrie is just Kyrie. Westbrook is, a physical phenom, but I don't think he winning the championship anytime soon. But Zion is the guy you build your team around. You know what I mean? Like, that's dynasty mode. And like Zion looks, and man, he didn't he didn't pop off like with the dunks, but he did hit 4 straight threes. I thought that was dope. But like one of my favorite comedians I've worked with in the past, Ted Alexandro, he go check out his Instagram. And I put it on my Instagram story. He was talking about how if you need a palate cleanse from watching police brutality videos, watch Zion Williamson dunk on white children in high school. That shit is accurate. Bro, this dude he's dunking on Jason Bateman's like there's Jason Bateman Jr.'s like there's no like regard for human life, bro. Like he is just on him. Strong. Y'all gotta chill with that. Oh man. Y'all just do that. Do yourself a favor, watch yourself a Zion. Type in Zion Williamson High School. Boom. You're welcome. I was on when he was on Bleacher Report back in 2017. He was straight nasty with it. So look here, y'all. I'm gonna keep it quick. I got a great episode. My man Shayne is Shayne Smith. We did some shows out in Texas, and we sat down with him in the hotel room. After the show, we talked about we were half asleep. We actually laying in bed, separate beds, not like he said. We were in separate beds. I got pictures to prove it, damn it. And he talks about some advice that what it's like for him doing comedy on the East Coast now, what he's learned, and the growth that he is going through. So and the growth that he's experiencing. So I think it's some great comedy advice, and I think it's just a great sit down with some friends. A good friend of mine, Shayne Smith. Until next time, peace, power, excellence, y'all.
His dick is small, and so is mine. Girls complain all the time. My dick is small, and Jay knows what I'm talking about. His dick is also small. Ooh, the size of his balls.
It just stays over the top. What's up, man?
What up, dude?
We are, as you can tell, I already started recording, so I think that might be my new theme song.
Nice, dude. I'm a real singer, so
that's cool.
I've been busting it out using my chops.
So, for context, we are in a hotel room.
Yeah. Shirts off.
Shirts off, laying in bed, opposite beds. We're
No, we're in one bed together, singing about our small dicks.
Nope. Nope. Missed that memo.
Oh, and, the audience can decide for themselves. In bed together.
In bed together. No, so we just finished the show. We're in Lubbock, Texas. It was a good show, man.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
You did a bunch of new stuff.
Sold out theater. Feels good, man. Feels real good. Flexing on the hose, and I'm just flexing on the hose. You see, I have them. I pay them for the sex. They give it to me, and then I flex on them.
See, now I'm getting under the covers.
There you go.
We just finished the show. It was good, man. We and then we got tacos again.
Hell yeah, double tacos.
Well, because we miss Mexican food.
It's true.
We live on the East Coast now. You're in New York. I'm in Boston.
Yeah.
And
there's no Mexicans.
What is New York Mexican food like for you?
New York Mexican food for me is like, it reminds me of what when I was a kid and I was like, I made quesadillas and I put Kraft singles on like a broken tortilla that was too cold, so it like snapped. That's what it reminds. It's bad. It's like weird fusion. Like there's ingredients that shouldn't be in there. The cheese is wrong.
Like
the spices
butter.
are never right. It's just Puerto Ricans that are like, we're Mexican, and I'm like, your English is perfect. Like, what is going on? It never tastes good. I mean, on the bright side, every other food in New York is perfect.
What's your favorite, like as far as like cuisine wise?
I eat shawarma every day.
Really?
Yeah. There's a cart out in front of my house, and then for $6 I get lamb over rice, and it has lettuce and tomato and onions and peppers in it, and it's like, it fills me up. So for $6, I get a whole meal.
Nice little keto situation.
Yeah. Well, I get like I get extra white sauce, and then
what's in the white sauce?
I don't know, but it can't be good for you, right? Like I don't think it is.
Well, it's served out of a cart, so it's. I mean, I've never had
lamb out of a cart. Yeah, they cook it in front of you. I mean, it's really good. So I eat that all the time.
Shawarma's good. I just couldn't imagine.
I go to
it every day.
Yeah, the shawarma king. Well, I bounce between lamb and falafel, so depending on my mood. Yeah, I eat that every day. And then I eat a lot of Chinese food. There's a Chinese place. They deliver straight to my apartment. Like the dude who owns it doesn't even send a delivery driver. He just walks it over because it's so close.
All right, yeah. I like how in those cities like everything is just so close. Like you don't even have to leave your area.
Oh yeah, I don't leave I could just not leave my apartment if I wanted.
Yeah, you gotta work.
Yeah.
So how's comedy been back east?
Comedy's been great, man. Yeah. I mean, it's been good. People are fun. Audiences are different. I like the diversity of rooms. I like the diversity of comics. And I like a lot of the friends I've made. Yeah. Made enemies. That's cool too.
Dude, enemies are so dope to make.
Yeah, I've been making enemies, so that's fun. Let me just looking at me like, you want to know more?
I do want to know more.
No, it's mostly just associate with people who have enemies, and then I have enemies automatically as a result. You know what I mean?
I figured it was like the enemies, like we went to the wrong shawarma cart the other.
I also have enemies in that I have there's people who they're just like, who's this fucking guy? And then like, oh, you a clean comedian? I was like, no, I can be clean. What? Oh, can you not be? Do you not know how? Because you're not a good comic? Because that's what that is.
Bingo.
So, but anyway,
Well,
not that they're listening to this, but if they
I'm
were, it's
not
like,
even listening to
get
it.
fucked.
No, I'm just
Get
kidding.
fucked. Yeah.
Get fucked, person that hates on that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask you as far as the last time? Yeah, the last time that we all saw each other was what, September?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
September in like Minnesota or some shit.
Yeah. And so that was the famous. We had 2 shows that night. It was me, you, and our good buddy.
Oh, that's
Jordan
right.
Macon. It was Jordan Macon.
Yeah, Jordan making it barely to the bathroom.
Yes, because he had to pee in the middle of his set.
That's right. It was I thought it was a joke. I could hear him on stage being like, "Can someone come on the stage?" And I was like, "What is he? What's this joke? I've never heard him do this one." And he's like, "Hey, seriously though,
Yeah.
Jay, can you get up here?
Yeah.
Shayne, are you there?" And I come out of the green room and I'm kind of looking around like, "What is happening?" And then he had left the stage without even getting one of us up there. Like we both wandered in the room. Like, what the is he? I think we came in just to see the new joke, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I didn't know. And he legitimately dropped the mic, jumped off of the stage. By the way, Jordan, not a jumper. So he's built like King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. You know what I mean? He's just like fucking.
Dude, he's a power lifter. I tell him. Just tell everybody.
If you jump on his head, he makes that noise. So so anyway, he ran to the bathroom. He almost pissed his pants on stage. A real man would have pissed his pants.
That's how a real clean comic does it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
Hello, help, Jay, Shayne, are you there?
Dude, my guy was in peril. He was in
Dude,
peril.
and then both of us were on stage at the same time, just losing it, laughing, making fun of him. And then he came back and finished his set. What a maniac, dude. I can't believe.
No,
I've seen comics have to shit in the middle of their sets, but never just like out of nowhere. He was only doing 30 minutes. How is his bladder that small?
I don't know. I've had it happen. I actually went short. I went short in I think it was Florida. We were in Naples.
Yeah.
We off the hook. Yeah, I went short because I was like, I have to pee so bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, it happens to the best.
I've almost puked while performing. I had the flu.
When? Where?
In West Valley, Utah.
Okay.
I was headlining, and I was like, I had the sweats, dude. I was
the old club.
sick.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
was
The old club. Yeah.
sick. Or no, not West Valley, Jordan Landing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had the sweats, and I was sick as hell. I never got to headline in West Valley, but yeah,
Those are
I
the
was
old days, man.
Jordan Landing, and I was so sick, and I just remember being like, I'm gonna puke, and then about in the first 10 minutes of my set, I was like, here we go. I was kind of getting the spins, but I was really holding it together pretty well. And then all of a sudden the adrenaline just kicked in and I made it through the set. But I was like the front row. I really, and there was like a Christmas time. So there's a tree and I've no joke. I was like, if I puke, it'll be hilarious. I'm going to puke on the tree. That's what I'm going to puke on the tree. And then I'm just going to keep doing my set and make jokes about it.
That's how a real Jew would handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Well, cool, man. Like,
that's a real Jew. I just fuck Christmas. I puke on the tree. Ugh, you people make me sick.
Happy Ramadan. Oh, that's not that. But
Happy Ramadan. That's a different thing.
Dude, I'm fucking tired, man. We barely slept. You guys, Shayne and I we're texting each other. We're fucking idiots. We were like, yo, man. So we fly into the show. We gotta leave. We got an early flight at 5 a.m. because we gotta catch the same flight back to Dallas, and then we go our separate ways.
Yeah.
But we were like, yeah, we don't need a hotel. Let's just rough it.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
But we just didn't consider how fucking tired we'd be. I didn't sleep. You didn't sleep. Neither of us slept on the flight, I don't think. So we got here and both of us are like literally falling asleep. Standing up. So it's like, oh, well, we got to do something or we'll die.
Yeah, we either this or it's us passing out in Starbucks, and then people think that we're, just
homeless
people of the night.
Yeah. night people.
Night stuff, man. That's
we can't let you get confused for a streetwalker again.
That happened. Look, man, that happened in Florida. I think it was I think that was in Jacksonville. Yeah, but as far as like the transition from you being in Utah and then transitioning to New York, like what's been the biggest difference as far as like stage time, comedy?
Less stage time because I'm not a regular at a club anymore. So there's that. But I mean, differences in terms of is I think a huge difference is hundreds of comics.
Mm-hmm.
There's an ecosystem in like friend groups and navigating. Navigating the Utah scene socially is here are the comics that don't want to put in the work or aren't around the club, and here's the comics that are around the club.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both in two separate groups, and they're very like and those are the two groups, and some people intermingle, and those two groups are friends or whatever.
Right.
And then you have like a few people here and there. Navigating Utah socially is like whatever. It's so easy. There's assholes. You just avoid them and you just go about your business.
Right.
Navigating New York socially is a whole different fucking Game of Thrones style animal. So yeah, that shit is crazy. And there's that because there's so many different types of people. There's people that you have to accept, like, oh, we're gonna hate each other.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. Whereas in Utah, it was kind of easy to be like, well, I don't like you and you don't like me, but we have to be at this club together. In New York, people just like burn bridges and shit. Like that's just how it goes. Also, comics fuck each other, which is not something that I'm used to. In Utah, comics do that, but it's not. It's kind of like a faux pas. It's like there's one club, we're always here, and there's three of us. Right. You know, if I fuck you, it's like fucking a coworker, which happens, but in New York, there's none of that. Like comics are just fucking each other left and right. So you're like, good for them. That's crazy.
Good for them. You know, it's like hand out condoms. Be free.
Yeah, dude. just be coming. Yeah. And there's like, and then also the diversity of material. Mm-hmm. Is interesting. In Utah, there's not a lot of diverse material or styles.
Yeah.
Also a lot of female comics in New York.
That's dope.
Comics in New York who are women don't have that weird, like, I'm a lady comic chip on their shoulder like comics in other scenes do.
Right.
They're
just like,
They're just like, I do comedy. It's like most of them, probably, I would say, go out on a limb and say a lot of the female comics I'm friends with say it's easier being a woman in comedy. Yeah, overall. There are different challenges. But like as a career right now, being a woman is the thing. Yeah. I mean, Comedy Central's literally putting out casting calls that say women only all the time.
Right.
Absolutely. So So the women in New York are just savages. They just fucking crush. They don't give a fuck. They have no chip on their shoulder.
That's dope.
That's fun. There's a diversity that I had never been exposed to. Because in Utah, there's like 4 women and 3 of them are like, it would be easier if I was a man. And it's like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Would it be though? It's like I don't know, because there's some female comics in Utah that fucking crush it, and all they do is are funny. So
as far as the trend in is it really the trend in comedy as far as women in comedy, right? Because I mean,
yeah, it's an evergreen time. Is that what I want to say? An evergreen time to be a woman in comedy now?
Yeah, I think it's always dope.
I think they want more representation for women, which is
dope.
Yeah, which is whatever. I'm not in charge, so I don't give a fuck either way. Of course I want the spots women have. Yeah. If someone was like, do you want a woman to succeed or do you want you to succeed? She can fall off a bridge. Of course I want to succeed. Yeah. But if the industry is saying we want women, then good. And I hope my friends get to succeed. Like, fuck yeah. Whatever.
What do you think the next wave is? Like, if there is a wave.
The next wave is probably the meritocracy. I think it's going to be more like just who's funny and less about more about what you have to offer audiences and less about who you are to the audience. It's already kind of rebounding in a lot of ways. I mean, the market is deciding. There's people like Andrew Schultz, who's just like this goofy Latin guy. He's kind of, he's white presenting. Right. And the industry literally was like, no, we don't want, he was on TV and stuff, and they were like, we don't want you at comedy clubs. Like, we don't care about you. We're not going to give you comedy deals, even though you're popular. And he was like, fine, fuck you. I'll do it myself. And the market just decided, like, we like you more. Yeah. Now he's successful on his own merit. And there's a couple stories like that where it's like people were shutting them out. And then they were just like, well, fine, I'll fucking let the market decide. And the market was like, yeah, it turns out we don't give a fuck about diversity. We just want funny people.
I think that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, of course you have to have I won't say you have to have, but I think it's nice to have that. You go to a show, like there's all those memes that show like, oh, here's your urban comic, here's your Asian comic, here's your LGBTQIA comic, here's your lady comic, here's your here's your white comic, here's your white guy that's like that wears MAGA hats. Like it's
yeah, exactly. And they have to. Yeah, that shit is weird, right?
It's like it's dope that you have it, but it's just like I would personally want to be on a show because like I'm funny.
I just think there's space for everybody, and that we, comedy just overthinks itself.
What was the time that you were like scared shitless on stage?
Just scared in general?
Yeah. Dude, we're laying in bed.
I did that show at the Policeman's Ball.
Oh, I did that one too.
And I was doing it, and I started a story that I realized had me talking badly about police officers in it.
Did you get shot?
I did not get shot, but they didn't like it. And I thought they were going to be good sports about it, and they weren't. And that was rough. Kind of ruined the end of my... And they were cool.
I'm taking a picture of
Dude, do it.
Like, yeah, because you guys have to see how he looks right now. This is how Shayne Boy podcasts.
Can you send me that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was just that was rough. So I just remember that moment where I was like, fuck, I'm gonna bomb. This is an integral part of the story. I can't pull the shoot on the story. It's a corporate event, so I should be doing better than that. Like I felt guilty. I felt bad. I felt angry. I felt annoyed because some of the police officers were being cunts and like literally trying to intimidate me.
Who the fuck does that?
Just douches. I don't even want to say it's like a police thing. I just think it's an asshole thing.
Yeah, like I don't get the folks that show up to the comedy shows that want to like have an agenda, you know?
Another
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like I want to be a part of the show, or I want to I want to throw the guy off.
Yeah, yeah, or just people who just want to be mad. Nothing is fucking worse than a blogger, or alternatively, a guy who gets up there and he's like, oh, yes, you got 4 women and 2 guys,
right.
You know? And it's like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, there's 4 women today. That's the other side of the coin where people are like, it's too diverse. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah. Were the comics good or not is the only question. There's no too diverse. I have every show with no white people on it if those shows are funny.
Yeah, if they're funny, then they're funny.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
My whole thing, and we had this sweet lady that came up to us before the show, and she was like, "This is my first comedy show." And I like it was she was like nervous. She was with her parents, and she was like, "I've never been to a comedy show before, and like what should I do?" I just looked at her and said, "Just laugh and enjoy yourself."
There you go.
I was like, "Don't overthink this shit. Like, you paid good money to come see us. Just have a good time." And she's like, "That's it." I'm like, "Yeah. There's no magic trick,
Yeah.
There's we only have one thing to do and that's just tell jokes, and which my dumbass forgot to do."
Oh, yeah. Jay went out on stage without a microphone today, which
God.
ruled so hard. The show started and they announced, like, here's the show. And the first comedian, Jay, coming to the stage, Jay Whitaker. And I'm in the green room, and the green room has a sight line from the door of the green room I'm standing in, and then all the way to the curtain that leads you to the stage. And I watch Jay confidently march past the microphone in the stand, and I'm just like, that's not right. And then he goes through the curtain out onto the stage, and then everyone starts cheering and going crazy. It's a theater show. It's the first comic. They're all pumped. The guy gave you an introduction. And then you just literally 15 seconds later, just come back, fucking marching back, forgot the microphone.
Yeah. And I said, "Hey, y'all, what's up? Love it. I forgot the microphone."
You're just yelling it with your lungs.
So we're gonna do this again, but it was
helped.
Fun. It helped the energy of the room because they just explode. I was like, "We're gonna do it again," and so then they come out and they was like mad loud. That shit was
it was fun.
I have to post the video because I have the
video.
Yeah.
I videoed it as soon as you went back on the stage, and I was losing my mind.
No, I got the video from start to finish because I taped my
that's
set.
right.
Yeah. So wait, hold on, get in this.
Okay,
there we go. Like what?
Yeah, man, that was so funny. So love that for you.
Well, and you did a bunch of new stuff tonight.
Yeah, I got an entire new half hour that I
like
worked on today.
flexing.
Literally have never done any of it on stage.
Yeah, you were. I think you've done like.
I did like one part of that.
Yeah, you did one part of it.
I have a story about pissing the bed that I've done before, but the other two things I've not done, and it was really fun, and it went better than I thought. Dude, it's so scary when you get up there and you're like, especially in this style where you're gonna navigate without writing. Like I don't like write things out to be all fancy, you know. I it's just not my style, and it is not conducive to good comedy for me. I'll just fuck it up. So I just go up there with a concept and some tags, some things I want to say, and man, it's so nerve-wracking. So,
what would you tell yourself? Like when you started, because you started comedy, what? I can't remember when you started comedy.
2015.
Yeah. So what would you tell?
December 2014.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, so what would you tell yourself, like going back, 6 years, and be like, what would you tell yourself?
What would I tell myself? I would tell myself, dude, I don't know. I'm one of those, like, it's going well, and I'm so thankful for where I am that I'm like, don't fuck up the timeline. Like, I've had a lot of people be like, would you save your marriage? Would you save this? Would you save that? And I'm like, no, dude, there's nothing I've lost to get to where I am that I don't think was worth it.
Yeah.
Because I love where I am so much, and I'm so thankful. And comedy's all I wanted, I've wanted. And I'm willing to, like, burn it all down. Honestly, if someone was like, I'll cut your arm off, but you'll be successful comedian for the rest of your life, I'd be like, take that bitch.
Which one?
Whatever.
Doesn't matter?
Doesn't
even the
matter.
one you write with?
Doesn't even matter, dude. I could jack off with both of them. Oh, yeah, writing is important. I'll keyboard. I could type. I'll learn.
Whoa, man. Wait a minute. I can jack off with both of them.
Yeah, man, I'm ambidextrous.
What's your...
Ambisextrous, dog.
Shut up. Shut up. I fucking hate you.
All
right. Last thing, because I know we gotta go to bed.
Yeah, we're both swimming here.
We're both swimming.
We gotta wake up in 3.5 hours.
Yeah. I will say this to you, man. It's an honor and a pleasure to work with you, man. I haven't seen you since September. Life is changing. I remember we started from the bodysuits,
dude. I know you got so many photos to send me tonight. You got to send me all those photos and those videos. That bodysuit thing, crazy. For everyone, we wore these nude bodysuits, and then we had to wear like these. What do I want to say? Like panels. These kind of like a sign spinner, except for you wear it over your shoulders, like a poor person in the 1920s. Yeah. Like how they would. I lost my clothes from wearing a barrel, and so that we had to wear those to promote this movie in Park City, Utah, which is so just by that by itself, wearing a nude bodysuit, so it looks like you're naked, only wearing two posters.
Yeah.
Two hard wooden posters.
In 20-degree weather.
And then that's already humiliating and weird, but then it was 20-degree weather.
And I had to get, and the thing is, I had to get a black skin.
Yeah, they got you a black one, and it didn't even match your skin. It was so funny. We looked so stupid, and we were so cold. It was, I cannot tell you guys, it was so cold. It was legitimately trying, like a miserable, for real, not a joke, difficult experience. We were out there for hours. And then it was humiliating, and it hurt, and it was shitty. Then at the end, they make us put on headsets, and like we're trying to bark people into watching this thing. And they're like, do comedy, and we're like on the street, and they're like, oh yeah. And all of us were smart, and thank God all of us were brave enough, and none of us kind of gave in. And all of us were like, oh, we won't do that. We'll do like street work. We'll like talk to people and be silly. So we started doing that, and we got some people to watch that weird movie and go into that party, and that was humiliating. And then fucking Joel McHale, a comedian who we look up to that I've opened for, he comes out and he's like, what the fuck, Shayne? Why are you dressed like that? And then I was like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. And I was just like, I immediately didn't even try. I was just like, I need the money. And he was like, I see that.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, are you going to come into this thing and hang out? And I was like, I will when it's over. And he goes, see you in there. if it was just like, man, what a day that was.
That was 2 years ago.
And that was like for a couple $100. But
Yeah.
you know what? We needed that couple $100,
we
man.
we did, and
And how far we've come.
how far? Yeah, hey, you doing great things. I'm doing adequate things.
Oh, come on now.
The bills is paid. That
Dude, we're back east. We're living our comedy dreams. We're pushing forward in scenes that are incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, even just moving is such a big deal as compared to
Bro.
Utah and not coming back.
Bro, like, yeah, it's weird, but you know, I like the concept of a new challenge, and I think that's what makes the success that much more special.
Yeah.
Like every success, you're like, wow, I'm fucking doing it, because most people don't have the balls to do it.
Yeah. People don't even have the balls to try.
Right, and so, what I was trying to get was this. What would advice be that you would give to like comics that maybe in a smaller market, or they're just starting to come into comedy? What were the 3 things that you would tell them, like as far as advice? Like what 3?
Someone starting?
Yeah, just someone starting out.
Be nice to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't man, that's so tough. Be nice to everyone, keep your head down. So that's the first one.
Okay.
You are it takes time.
Yeah.
Like if you're not willing to invest years to figure this out, then it's not for you.
Suits, buy your own bodysuits.
Yeah. And then it's not just putting in the work, but the quality of the work you put in. So many people are like, I hit 5 open mics every week and I never miss a night, and like I'm getting better. And it's like, no, you might not be though, because you can't just show up and work. You have to show up and know and make progress.
Mm-hmm.
You could go to the gym every day and be a lazy piece of shit in the gym, but can be consistent in your lazy piece of shitness. Yeah, you'll be better than a lot of people, but that's not how you become great. You have to be present always when you're working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think so many comics and artists especially, they think they're putting in the busy work so they're going to succeed, and it's like all that busy work doesn't amount to anything. Because you're not the quality is low.
Yeah.
You know?
So quality first.
Quality.
Equality. Second. So is that our message? Is that our journey? Dude, we got an early flight. I know. Thanks again for doing this. Plug your shit. Everyone knows where to find Shayne. ShayneSmith.com.
Yeah, ShayneSmithComedy.com.
Oh, ShayneSmithComedy.com?
Damn, yeah.
Okay.
ShayneSmith.com is taken. Oh. And I don't want to buy it from the guy who has it. I don't know. And then Shaydozer, SHAYDOZER on everything else.
My man, thank you so much. Let's go to bed.
Of course. Let's pass out.
Same
bed together.
Dude, I'm not.
Dicks out.
Nope. This is why I'm taking photo evidence. Photo evidence. Nope. All right. Peace. Have a good one.
Yeehaw.
Good night.
Yeah.
I'm a damn fool. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the interview with Shayne. But I did have some questions. I told you I'd save them to the end. Okay. Let's see. Questions, I always do questions, comments, concerns, advice, goals, your good news. I want to hear it. Brandy says her short-term goal is to have a podcast up and running in the next 2 weeks. My advice to you, consistency. Consistency. You know, and dedication. Get yourself some good equipment. Write out your ideas. Try to plan 5 episodes and go from there. You know, what pick your main objective of the podcast. I still don't have one, but you should do it. I give great advice, just don't follow it. Raymond asked, if you could create a brand new superhero, what would your name be, both normal and superhero? Then what would your powers / talent be, good or evil, and why? All right, that's like 8 questions in one. So if I can create a brand new superhero, it would be me. What would my name be? I do kind of like the superheroes that have like just, you know, it's like their real name, you know, like a Kendrick Lamar. I know Kendrick Lamar's not a superhero. Hold on, y'all. My dog is like tripping. So I'm gonna be right back. you want. I opened the cage for you, man. Anyways, I'm back. And so, what was I saying? Okay. I like the superheroes that had their real name and stuff, like, you know, like Johnny Storm or Luke Cage. I kind of like that vibe. But my superhero powers, I wouldn't want to be like all powerful like Superman, you know, or like the Hulk or something like that. I'd want that intellect, because, you know, and I'd want kind of like I do like how Bishop can absorb whatever you throw at him and dish it back. I love that, because it's like the qualities I like about myself, or is I feel that I'm very resilient and I can adapt to anything. So like I feel like I would take Bishop's like absorption power and redistribute it, and then combine it with like Deadpool's like regenerative properties, and he's a funny guy, and I try to think I'm that, because I could regenerate. And then Darwin, who's a lesser known X-Man who passed, his power is like adaptability. Like if you put his hand in hot lava, his hand will like turn into like rock that can deal with it. I don't know. Or like if you throw him in water, he grows gills. So like, I don't know, the combination of those three powers, and you know, just give a brother some strength and some flight with it. I'd be straight, bro. I'd be straight. You give me that, I'm straight. What would my name be? I don't know. Like let's see, something resilient. What's a good word for resilient? You know, hardening or something like that. Let's see. Let's look up resilience synonyms. I can't spell. I can't spell no damn resistance. Or resistance, not yeah, but resistance is kind of like okay. Synonyms for resilience: flexibility, pliancy, recoil, snap. What the fuck? Did I use the wrong word? Yeah. Let's see. Buoyancy, recoil. I don't know. Like I don't know. Just like, how about resilient dog, or resi, resilient resistance. That sounds like a speed stick deodorant flavor. I mean, you know what I meant, like scent. But that would be my power. Yes. Boom. Absorption, or like, so energy absorption, regenerative healing factor, and adaptability. Boom. I think I'd kill it. Let's see. Shay asks, what's been your biggest impact on your health and nutrition to meet all your fitness goals? The biggest impact is less carbs and cardio. Less carbs, more cardio. Like, I'm good on the protein side. Your boy has no problem with plant-based protein or eating meat, and I love vegetables, especially the greener the better. The biggest thing is kind of cutting carbs and doing, like, dedicating that time for cardio. I used to be terrible at doing cardio, but now it's like, all right, that's, you know, like if the gym has Wi-Fi, cool, I'm gonna log in, watch me a little show, and just get in my cardio that way. I hit 35 minutes on whatever, and then boom, I'm done. And so like that's been a game changer for me. Is like, oh, I'm always talking about, oh, I need to catch up on this show or catch up on that show. I need to watch this. Boom, knock out a podcast real quick. So like it's just me just trying to like work on my time management better. So yeah, that's been a game changer. And then Helen, she just says to stay alive long enough for the next moment that makes me glad to be alive. I'm not sure what's going on with that, Helen, but I just want you to know, be happy to be alive. Is you got to be resilient, damn it. I'm gonna talk resiliency. So whatever you're going through, reach out, talk to somebody, and because you don't have to walk this alone, you know. And so my advice to you is if you're trying to find a moment for each day, sometimes you got to start with the day, sometimes you got to start with the minute, sometimes you got to start with the hour. find that little piece of happiness and carry it with you. Because I promise you, life is worth living. All right? Now I'm out. Peace, power, excellence, love.